Black Mirror is a quintessential British TV show. It's the most British TV show ever made, I would argue. It is painful sci-fi. It's got this sort of air of melancholy to it that America just doesn't understand. So I kind of want to cover a couple of the episodes. So I thought I'll chuck it up and give people the option to pick a couple of episodes. I went, what's your favorite episode on Twitter? And then the replies were, not a British episode. America took over running Black Mirror, and I have no problem with it, except for you could tell as soon as they took over, it sort of went downhill a little bit. It doesn't have the gravitas or the pain that British people feel, the melancholy that British people wallow in. It's our weather. I blame our weather. Playtest is a early episode in series 3. It is one of the ones that I remember the best because it was it feels like a hybrid. It feels a hybrid of the American stuff and the British stuff. I've got to give it that. Okay, it was a good stepping stone just to sort of wean us in to an American ran Black Mirror. We meet Cooper, who is a tech nerd. He's travelling all through Europe. We see some of his adventures as we go. He fights bulls in Spain. He does other European things, just stereotypes. He's a stereotype, okay? He winds up in Britain, home of rain, really, and gravy and rain. Gravy rain. Now in Britain, he uses one of them apps, like the dating apps. Now apparently this is like super common for people to do when they're continent hopping, is to use one of these dating apps to like pick up people when they're in these places. I don't get it, mate. It's weird. It's just a weird idea. He meets a lovely lady, a lovely Londoner who's a journalist with his American charm and bravado. They hit it off. There's like a little bit of back and forth, a little good time, and then they go back to her house and have a little good time. He wakes up in the morning. It's a normal thing to do, I think, where she's making him breakfast. I don't remember what the breakfast was. It was weird. I remember it being weird. I don't remember what the breakfast was. I did notice. What I did notice is he goes, "Oh, you've got a lot of games here." And by a lot of games, he means 12 games. Oh, so yeah, the breakfast. I did remember what the breakfast is. I say I remembered. I wrote it down. The breakfast was Marmite on toast, which he is horrified by. Now, for a man, he did say he went to Australia. So a man who's been to Australia didn't try Vegemite. Now I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure Vegemite and Marmite are very similar. I'm not sure if it is 100% true, but I'm pretty sure. Is it just the word mite? Is it the fact that they've both got the word mite? I'm like, oh yeah, they're the same food. They might not be. I might be completely wrong. But obviously, after this booty call, he leaves. He just leaves. He just leaves her house, and that's them done. We never see her again. No, we do. He goes to take some money out. He decides, I'm going to go back home to America. So he goes to check his balance. We do hear some backstory of why he's traveling. His mother, his father got very sick. He got Alzheimer's. His mother was very stressed, and he thought he just wants to leave a little bit of time, go travelling for a bit, like people do in university. They go travelling from the stress of it. His mother keeps trying to call him. He just ignores it. He just sends it straight to voicemail. Doesn't want to talk to his mother. But he goes, I'm going to go home now. Card has been cleaned out. He has no money in that card left. Somebody swiped it, did a clone of his card, bought some shoes. He is skint. It's going to take him a couple of weeks to get it sorted, but he will get it sorted. He's going to get his money back, but he really wants to get home now. He goes back to the British woman's house, who is called Sonia. She goes back to Sonia's house, where he talks about how he's going to get a bit of money to get back home. Obvious answer, sort of one of them job rabbit apps where you find a job via thing, going through it. He finds a job that's right up his alley, but also pays £4 signs. I don't know if that means he's going to get £4 an hour, or that's like that's like 5-star maybe. I don't know how it works. The job is from a horrors games company that he's heard of before. Not only that has he heard of it, it's also run by one of his favourite game makers, where's his name written down? Sho Saito. I wrote it phonetically down here, Sho Saito. He's sort of a Hideo Kojima-esque character. He's meant to be like a game genius, oddball guy. The post, look at this, look at the cover of the magazine that he's from, and then look at this cover from Hideo Kojima. It's meant to be the same character. Let's not pretend. Sonia tells him, get the job. Yeah, great. If you can get the job, that would be amazing. But if you can get a picture of the technology they're working on, that's worth more than £4 signs. Obviously, let's get this done. He obviously gets the job. I don't know if there's no interview phase. He just kind of goes there. They're doing some testing. It's like a test place. Now, I have been to game development offices, and none of them have ever looked like this. This is high tech. What normal game offices look like is predominantly Red Bull cans everywhere, cardboard cutouts of the characters that they're well known for, a bin that's slightly overflowing, like this one here. My bin that's slightly overflowing. Now, obviously, for the safety of everything, he's going to get his phone taken off him. You got to make sure it's, NDA and all that stuff. He gets a little tour, sat down in the office, sign this NDA, slides it over. He's like, oh, well, okay. She's like, by the way, the NDA also includes the fact we're going to do a little bit of surgery, minor surgery, nothing major. Don't worry about it. Goes, okay, fine. I need that cash dollars. Flicking through the NDA paper. Luckily for him at least, the last page of the NDA is missing. She'll have to go get a copy. She goes out and gets a copy. During that time, luckily, she left out. Luckily as well. I don't know. There's a lot of luck-based stuff on this. She left her phone, turns it on, quickly take some photos, send it to Sonia. That job is done. Safe in the knowledge that he's going to at least get that money. He's good to go. Sign the NDA papers. This little gadget, that's the surgery that she's talking about. It's called the mushroom. You're going to get that in the back of your head. In the back. Fine with me? Fine and dandy, like sour candy. Let's get this good. Okay. Now he's got Bluetooth. Now he's Bluetooth enabled. During the connection, his mom calls. It's no problem. Beep, 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 beep. No issues. Mom calls. Fucking what a. Can you tell I'm working? He's been ignoring her calls anyway. I don't know. Why she keep calling? Leave me alone, woman. She's got these little discs. She puts them out. They've all got little symbols on, little QR codes almost. Little whack-a-mole pops up. He's like an 8-bit whack-a-mole, 3D, but like like little cube guys. Looks like a Terraria whack-a-mole. Fiddles a little bit. Does it look, they do the eye testing. Sharper, better or worse. Goes from like 8-bit to a PlayStation 2 graphics. PlayStation 2 almost realistic. He says it looks real. It doesn't look real. I don't know if this guy's ever seen a gopher. This does not look like a gopher at all. We're going to play a little bit of a game of whack-a-mole. And he just starts beating the living daylights out of this AR thing. Because he can see it. She can't see it. She just knows where it is. He must be French. He waves a little white flag. He's like, oh, give me up. I'm sorry. Please leave me alone. Yeah, I'm French. Now this is... The base test is working. Okay, great. This technology obviously works with your brain. Do you want to meet Sho Saito? Of course I want to meet Sho Saito. If somebody came to me and said, do you want to meet Hideo Kojima? I'd be like, yeah, fucking push you out of the way. Grovel out. I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. I don't know if you can tell about that. I'm a big, huge Metal Gear Solid fan. He designs horror games. And Cooper loves a horror game. So he's like, yeah, plug me in, baby. Let's get me going. She starts... Here's the big horror game that we're going to play. They drive him to a house. It's the house from the game that Sho Saito's known for. Big horror game. It looks like the house that's in Haunting on Hill House. It looks a bit like that house. Big mansion. This mansion is used in X-Men. I spotted it straight away. I was like, this is the first class mansion. I'm pretty sure of it. And I quickly Googled around it. It was the first class mansion. If there's a fact for you, and he just sits there. That's pretty much what he does for the rest of the thing. For about 4 or 5 hours to his time, he just sits there. He sits in front of a blaring fire. He grabs like what looks like a very expensive chest, drags it along, gets his feet comfortable, has a glass of wine. It turns out it's non-alcoholic, but you can chill. He's sort of flirting with the woman who's running the test because she's in his ear. Little Bluetooth thing in his ear, running the test, being like, okay, this is what's going to happen, this is how it's going to work. We see like a little artist illustration of what the house looks like from the outside. It's that weird, like they've obviously actually taken a real photo of the house and then put it through Photoshop, because it doesn't look like a painting. It looks fucking weird. And as I say, so he's just sat there reading. He's reading an Edgar Allan Poe, which is important. He's reading Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. Also, the pub that they met in was The Raven. That will come back around. And then a little spider. I say a little spider. A giant spider crawls along the floor. Apparently, Cooper, not a big Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man either. He's just not a big fan of spiders. Which will also make sense in a minute as well. Crushes it. Boom. We got a dead spider. That's fine. But it wasn't real. It was a CG spider. Well, an AR spider. It's in his head. It was in his head. The spider kind of draws attention to the painting, which now has one of the upstairs bedroom light is now on. He talks to the woman in his Bluetooth, like kind of looks around, and he's like, oh, there's a person in the painting. And she's like, oh, that's weird, because like that's unusual. And he goes, yeah, like that's weird. And he looks around again, and the painting's gone. I'm gonna get myself another glass of non-alcoholic wine. I know it's non-alcoholic, but it's fresh. As he walks out, he bumps into a guy who looks a bit Amish. It's like an Amish guy. To be honest, I wasn't paying that much attention to this scene. All I can see is this painting in the background. I can't get over the painting in the background. I just keep staring at the painting. And it shows up a few times, and I keep staring at it. We found out earlier in the thing that he got stabbed here. It was unimportant. I didn't mention it, but now it is important. The bully who stabbed him here, that's the guy. That's the Amish guy. He just stood there. He's not moving. He's just sort of he puts his hand through him, like to prove that he's not real. He's sort of like AR. It's not a real dude. Who knew? Pushes past him, fills up his glass of wine. Well, it's fake wine, and he gets a little biscuit. Now he says ginger nut. They're not. I'm sure they're digestives. Like, as a British person, as a biscuit connoisseur, because all British people are biscuit connoisseurs. That is a normal digestive. That's not a ginger snap. And then he goes, I know what's going to happen next. I'm going to shut this cupboard door, and my bully is going to be behind the cupboard. Now, as a streamer, twitch.tv/Mostlykarl, I know this feeling. I've been playing Resident Evil recently. I'm playing through all the Resident Evils at the moment. Twitch.tv/Mostlykarl. This is something that I do all the time. Choke me daddy, choke me daddy, choke me daddy, choke me daddy. And I've been choked by daddy. Like, all the time. Close the door. Surprise, surprise, there is a shadow there. Ooh. It does pause on it for a couple of seconds. And then a giant fucking spider shows up. A huge spider. Now, the reason I said this was important, that there was spiders earlier on, this is important. There's a spider with a human face. Okay? I mentioned it was important earlier on. This guy is played by Wyatt Russell, the son of Kerr Russell. So that's both father and son who fought spiders with human faces. Good times. Good. That's just a little fact for you. I'm dropping facts today. That's not normally like me. Bing bong. Sonia shows up. That's the girl that he slept with earlier. I did mention her name just in case because I forgot her name halfway through. Like, her name's Sonia. She shows up, and he's like, oh, this is just a trick. The AR is using my memories to like make these people, because it already did that with a bully. And I'm thinking about her. So how am I, she's gotta be, can't be real. So he starts like prodding her. I have to word that correctly, prodding her, because I said poking her like 2 seconds ago. I had to edit that out, and I just didn't. He starts prodding her to make sure she's real. She's real. Shit the bed. What the hell? They go and the thing. He's like, oh, thank God you're here. But how are you here? Because how do you know I'm here? And she's like, well, it didn't take that much work. I Googled the business name and it had an address. And he's like, well, yeah, but I'm not in that business anymore. I've moved to this like weird house a mile away. She's like, oh, you've got GPS. I found it on my friend. Find my friend. He's like, I ain't got no phone. How did you find me? And she's like, oh shit, this guy knows. And she just stabs him. She just stabs him straight out of the bat. She just stabs him. Horrendous. They have a tussle. Another tussle. He's tussling all over. He's tussled here. In fact, he's just tussled in the kitchen, but he's tussled all over the kitchen with different people. He rips her face off. She looks a bit like Hellraiser in this bit. I'm like, whoa. Like, if I was on drugs, if I was on like acid watching this, and I bet people are, it would be like, whoa. Well, luckily I'm not. I've never done acid in my life, but I bet it would be like, whoa, I got another shit. So Cooper freaks, and she just vanishes. She's just gone out of existence. Cooper freaks out. Don't blame him. He's freaking the fuck out. He's like, I need to get out. And she's like, okay, the point's upstairs. You can leave via upstairs. That doesn't make sense because he got in through the front door. He gets stuck. He gets stuck at the front door. He can't open the place. Cooper, would you kindly open the front door?
Would you kindly open the door?
She doesn't do it in that voice. She does it in her voice. I can't do her voice. She's a woman. I can't do that voice. Would you kindly open the front door? It works better with a deep voice, okay? He opens the door. Now, I've played Bioshock recently. I played all 3 Bioshock. Would you kindly? Get this? Would you kindly find this? I lie. I missed the second one. Apparently, it's not very good. I played 1 and I played Infinite. Infinite better. Don't come at me. Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly find it? I played Bioshock recently. Would you kindly? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office? Bells in my head. Something's fucking wrong. It turns out even the voices in his ear have been lying to him the entire time. He rips the thing out. She just starts laughing maniacally, so he rips it out, and she's still in his head. Shit. After these little freakouts, and the mushroom is talking to him now, the little injection in the back of his head, he's like, can you remember this? Can you remember that? Can you remember your own name? Can't remember anything. It's rewriting his memories. It's deleting everything to make space for itself, I presume. Which is probably something they could have covered. Like, if they want to do a sequel to this one, this is something they could be covering. The real person that's running the show comes in. I'm going to shut it down. I can't shut it down. Hackerman. Hackerman, I can't shut it down. He starts getting dragged. He's like, oh, it's going to wipe his memories. We'll just dump him with the rest. Apparently, this happened a bunch of times. Plot twist. It hasn't. This is the first time it happened. All of this 40-minute episode happened in 0.1 second when he's in the office. Okay, when he's in the old office, he's like, all of this, it's like all fake. Okay, he's like, okay, here's your money, go home. He goes home. You see him fly back to America. He opens the door to his mum. His house, his American house, looks very much like a British bungalow. But I'm not picking these things apart, but I am. That's sort of what I'm meant to be doing. He opens the door, there's his mum. And his mum doesn't remember who he is. She's going through the motions of calling him again, even though he's right in front of him. Except this is a double twist. You thought you were out, and you're not. It's one of them dreams in a dream. It's Inception. All of this happened in 0.04 of a second when his mum called. All of it was fake. None of it happened. They describe it as all of his synapses fired at once, and then all shut off at once. And he's dead. He's dead. They kind of nonchalantly type in, all the information that we got from the instructions and stuff like that. All the information they got from the research, and he's just dead. That's it. That was the end of it. And I think that's the most British part of this, is the fact there is no happy ending. Once it got Americanized, happy ending. Just jizzing happy endings everywhere. Now you're like, oh, that was a weird twist, and the twist came out of nowhere. No, it doesn't. It was there the entire time. Whoa, listen here. I wrote it down in notes. Some fucking facts for you. Now, there's some little things that aren't really proof that it happened. The Raven, both the pub and the book, written by Edgar Allan Poe, who is known for writing about untrustworthy narrators. They're not, you can't trust these narrators, and that's what this is about. This is an untrustworthy narrator. But that's just some little spice, some little pepper on top of it. The big giveaway is when his mom calls, you get the little noise that you get when you get a call or a text in speakers. You don't hear it very often now, but you used to hear it all the time. One. Secondly, everything that the AI was showing him was in his head from the beginning. The bully, the house, even stuff, the little things like him getting stabbed in the shoulder by Sonia is the exact same place he was telling the story about being stabbed from his bully. Why his bully stabbed him, I don't know, to be honest with you. It's a weird thing for a bully to do. That seems excessive. But that's what happened. All of this is proof that it was fake from the start. And it was all made up of memories, while every synapse of your brain is right. They say that when you die, your whole life flashes before your eyes. It was dead boring. And that's kind of what they're suggesting here. But instead of it just being your entire life, and the whole reason is like your brain's looking for something that's going to help in the situation you're about to die in. But the whole thing of your entire life flashing before your eyes, maybe it doesn't flash like a story. Maybe it makes its own story of the memories to make it a bit quicker. So yeah, don't forget to follow me and subscribe. Subscribe here, please. Like and subscribe to the video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm trying something different. If you want me to do another Black Mirror episode, please tell me. Put it in the comments, because I don't know which one to do next. There's so many, and I had lots of suggestions of what to do. You read through them, you're sort of trying to collect them, but I don't know what's next, okay? So please comment below. Thank you, bye!